Hey folks, Sam here. Just wanted to bring you a quick tech demo of what's currently available on the site. I'm going to start off with the Create a Card feature. If you click on your player account right here, you'll be taken to your account page, and right on that page you will find the Create a Card feature. Here it is. You can basically check any of these boxes and you will see the text for your rule pop up in the card so you can read it. You can also see that the value in the upper right hand corner, that's the cost of the card. That changes every time you add something new, so that's how I kind of achieve balance with this system. I've named this the Augmented Collector Tech. In the game I'm about to play, I'm going to be going for the Collector Tech win. So let's make a card that's going to help me do that. I'll start off by making a card that gives me a big discount on the tech. Cost 8, but every time I play the card, it's going to take 2 off the influence and transmission cost of the level that I'm looking for. So finally I'll do this one right here. One of my favorites. For every one of the collector tech levels that you have, you get an influence point for that. So when you have that 4th one, this card actually provides a lot of money. So I'll save this card and let's go ahead and hit the game right now. Let me show you how easy it is to get into a game. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and create a game link. I'll hit the post to lobby button and it's in the lobby. Watch what happens when somebody clicks the link. I'll click it right now and the game advances. So pretty fast response there. Get you straight into a game. You can see up here in the upper right we got our player made cards. This is the other player's cards called Host's Insight. Get to draw 3 cards. Pretty nifty. I'll probably buy that this game. And you have the card that you just saw me make. You take 2 off the cost of the collector tech, which you can see in this panel right here. So basically, every time I play that card, this value would drop to 1, and this value would drop to 1 as well. It doesn't go any lower than 1. But all the way up to here, 11 and 6, you can see how that would come in handy, dropping that to 9 and 4. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and start this game. So first draw, we got 4 money to work with. If we hit play all influence, we're going to go and play all our influence cards. Now for what I typically like to buy is a copy of the Nanon Recyclers. I will get to that in a second, what those do. So 4 again, you can buy a second Nanon Recyclers, or you can start beefing up your deck with higher money cards. So this card here that I could purchase gives 2 influence. You just click the card once, border turns red, click it again, and you've purchased. And talk about that when it shows up in the hand. Oh, there it is. So you can see if this was another 1 card, a 1 influence card, then this hand would only be worth 6, which is actually still pretty hefty. But with a 2 influence card instead of a 1, now we have just a little bit more purchasing power. Instead of having 6, we have 7. As it stands, I'm still going to spend 6 probably, so 1 will be wasted, but you get the idea. Always a good idea to be upgrading your money. Always a good idea to be purchasing these higher influence cards so that you can have more purchasing power in your turns. So on this other player, I'm going to go ahead and buy a tactical laser. You can see here in your panel how that shows up. This will be your indication to you as the player that your opponent is probably going with an offensive strategy. So again, let's just pick up more higher denomination money cards. And here's those Nanon Recyclers. Here's how this works. You click it, you see the border turns red. That's for playing. Draw 1 card, trash 1 card. There's the drawn card. And every card that you get gets this little trash button over it that when you click it, it takes it out of your deck rotation forever. When I click this one, this particular game of Nanon, I'm not going to draw this card again this game. I'll draw these 2, but not this specific card. So it's a way to thin your deck, take out the low 1 denomination cards and hopefully replace them with the higher 2 or 3 denomination cards. So I've advanced a couple turns until I was able to have enough money to afford the expensive 12 card. Here it is in my hand. This is actually a perfect hand to show you, the utility of this kind of card. The next level that we can afford is a 5 and a 3, which is slightly problematic because in our hand we only have one transmission point card, so that's trouble. So let's see what we can get going here. I mean, again, we only have a total of 4 influence. So if this was any other card, we fall one short of both of these for the level, which is, disappointing. So let's play H1FF's tech, see what happens here. We're expecting each of these costs to drop by 2, and we're also expecting 1 for each level that we have, which we have, 1 level. So we're expecting 1 influence point, and we're expecting these to drop. So let's go ahead and do that. So there we go. There's our influence point right there, and we can see, drop to 3 and 1. So if we play the Gamma Nanon, now we have 1, and all we have to do is play 2 more, and there goes, it's green again. Click once, click again for the purchase, and we got it. So you can see the utility, and actually, I couldn't have been able to do that without the card that I made, so, pretty cool. So I've advanced the game. I need this last 5th level tech here. This could be the win right here. I'm not totally sure. Towards the end of the game, I am definitely trashing these 1 influence cards. If you're on your 5th level, you do not want those level 1 cards in your deck. You want 2s and 3s only. So I've got a couple draw cards here, so crossing my fingers for the win. Looks like we're getting close here. This may be it. So let's go ahead and play all the influence cards. Getting really close here. Now let's see, with the card that I made, this may again be the deciding factor. It's definitely going to get us enough money. So let's see. Drops the cost down to 9 and 4. Good. And look, we just happen to have 4 of these transmission points in our hands. So that is the win. I click it, and the game advances to the game over screen. You can see here on my account, I got the 10 for playing. I got another 10 for winning. You can see here, I got a couple things like promo codes and friend referrals. Whether you've made content, cards that I've scooped up yet, like all this stuff here. I know the graphics, they need a lot of work, and I definitely am looking forward to being able to get that in there. But you can see that the basic mechanics are there. All I need is some pretty window dressing here. And just to finish this video up, I will go ahead and show you, there was the card that we made. You saw it come in handy 2 times during the game. But, if I want to switch to an offensive strategy, I can go ahead and do that right now. I can make a 2 laser, 1 torpedo card. Or I can make a 1 torpedo, black market arms card that allows me to buy cards, and it's pretty much like playing the card right out of your hand whenever you buy a laser or a torpedo. All kinds of fun stuff. I can put some extra volleys in there so I can get some extra attacks. This is actually one of my favorites. You can do 2 volleys, and you can do a volley strength, and every time that you shoot, you get this default laser on each attack. So, that's pretty cool. You get 2 extra volleys and this extra laser. That's like an automatic, depending on how many actions you already have, that could be a heavy damaging card right there.